Welcome back to my channel, Open the Door. This is episode 44, The Key to Becoming an Observer. So I'm basing this episode on a book that I read called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And the key points in this book that he makes are that we are not our thoughts and we are not our emotions. We are the observer of our thoughts and emotions. So other terms used to describe this observer aspect of ourselves is witness and self. But it's the aspect of our consciousness that's aware of our thoughts and emotions and sensory experiences without becoming entangled or involved with judgment or attachment. So to foster detachment from the constant chatter of our mind is a benefit of connecting with the observer aspect of ourself. It helps to shift our perspective and cultivate a deeper connection to our higher self and to the divine. It allows us to have freedom from our personal narrative through letting go of the past and releasing attachment to old thought patterns and emotional patterns as well. So here's the key points in the book. Distinguish the observer. First, realizing and accepting the fact that we are not our thoughts and emotions. We are the observer of our thoughts and emotions. And to notice and be aware of that brings more clarity and peace by helping us to avoid getting caught up in the drama of our thoughts and emotions. But we have to practice being the observer for it to take. So using mindfulness and meditation can help to create a space between stimulus and response. The benefits of becoming the observer include things like emotional freedom and inner peace and a sense of authenticity. So what we'll do as we connect to our observer is we're able to eventually distinguish between our true self, which is our pure consciousness, and our false self, which is mostly driven by ego. So, and recognizing these differences is key to our spiritual awakening and leading to self-realization, inner peace, and authenticity. Surrender and acceptance is what's needed in order to tap into our observer aspect of ourself. And so what we'll need to do then is let go of the need to control. Instead, trust the flow of life's events and accept a reality as it is to reduce inner conflict. So often our thoughts and emotions can steer us away from the reality of a situation, and we get on what I call the hamster wheel. We get on a hamster wheel of thoughts and emotions, and it just becomes a constant loop. So by taking a higher perspective and connecting to our observer, it gives us a much clearer view of the reality of situations. So another aspect that comes about when we're able to tap into our observer is accepting life, death, and mortality. And what it does is it motivates us to live life more fully and meaningfully now, with us authenticity being our true selves. So another key point in the book is how tapping into our observer can bring about inner peace and happiness. So you probably heard that the true happiness comes from within. And the way that happens is by understanding our thoughts and emotions as being just that, thoughts and emotions, and taking a look at the bigger picture. That's a big point here today. Well, that helps us to connect to the oneness of the universe and also helps us to strive toward our actual purpose in life. So why is it important to become the observer? Well, first of all, it brings about emotional regulation. So it reduces the duration and intensity of our negative emotional responses. And that results in less suffering and helps us to develop a sense of calm when we're responding rather than using impulsive reactions. See my video on responding and reacting. It also, tapping into our observer, brings about an enhanced self-awareness and helps us to understand our patterns and leads to self-discovery. It can improve our relationships. We're able to respond with greater empathy, improving our communication and being more present in our relationships with others. And it helps to reduce our stress when we feel less overwhelmed by life's demands and extraneous thoughts. It allows us to have greater clarity and focus, and by stepping back and looking through a wider lens, and releases us from the constant stream of thoughts and emotional roller coaster that we sometimes get on. So spiritual growth is another aspect of why it's important to connect to the observer. And as I mentioned, this observer can also be referred to as the higher self. It's the more expansive aspect of ourself that is our inner compass. It's where our truth lies and where our inner peace is found, regardless of external circumstances. Resilience comes about by tapping into our observer, and it's important because it allows us to develop a sense of adaptability to recover from setbacks, and provides also emotional stability by helping us to remain grounded and centered. And authentic living, acting from a place of aligning with our true values and intentions, and a purposeful life by aligning to our true purpose and intentions. So this is a little different because I based this entire episode on this book, but it's a book I've read several times, and I use this concept of tapping into the observer myself. I use it quite often to kind of detach and take a higher perspective when I find myself caught up in overthinking or feeling over emotional. So I'm going to do a 20-minute meditation for us to help us tap into our observer. And since it's going to be a little bit longer, I normally do about 10 minutes, but I'm going to make a separate video up here next with the meditation. So it'll be on the lookout if you'd like to do that meditation. It will be a separate video. I'm not going to tag it on the end of this one. So this is our episode for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do hope you're doing well. And as always, I wish you peace, love, and light. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Take good care.